If you think a farm, a mountain coaster, and a panoramic chairlift don't belong in the same afternoon, wait until you see what we found at Skyland Ranch. Welcome to Bear Facts, where we explore the Smoky Mountains one bear fact at a time. For many people, Sevierville isn't really on their radar. Yes, they go there when they go to Walmart, and they might drive through the area when they're going to Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg, but many people sometimes discount the many attractions and amazing things that this city has to offer, and one of them is Skyland Ranch. Now, most of you who have been on the parkway know and have seen this attraction before, and you might have just passed it by, looking up and saying, oh, it's another mountain coaster, because yes, the area has tons of mountain coasters, and you might have thought, well, maybe you'll try it someday, and then you kept driving. Well, I wouldn't discount this attraction just because you only see the mountain coaster, because the coaster is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Skyland Ranch. This mountain coaster might be the icing on the cake, but up behind the coaster is an entire park with rides, stunning views, good foods, live entertainment that exceeds expectations, and so much more. So if I've caught your attention, keep listening, because I'm going to give you an overview of this new park and help you figure out if it's worth actually stopping at. So let me just explain what it is. Skyland Ranch is one of the newest attractions in the Smoky Mountains, one with a 360-degree views of the surrounding areas, but also offers you year-round fun. This year, we actually ended up getting season passes so that we can learn what the park had to offer and give you a heads up on what you might see at different times of the year. And from early winter to late summer, this attraction has a lot to offer. We visited not once, but at different times of the year. And whether it's spring, autumn, or holiday season, this place has surprised us with its ability to deliver both relaxing downtime and genuine thrills for the whole family or couples like us. And what made it even better was because we got a season pass, we actually enjoyed coming back time after time because it changed every time we went. It wasn't stagnant like some places tend to get. Skyland Ranch sits at 1620 Parkway in Sevierville. It's perched on a 100-acre former farm right near the heart of Sevierville. The attraction is themed around a Western ranch meets, I guess, an adventure park, that they carry through with all of their offerings, entertainment, and decorations. The attraction officially opened to the public in November 4th of 2022, and it's the brainchild of Lisa and Mark Wilford. They already had experience with mountain coasters and operations in the area, as they are also the owners of Pigeon Forge snow tubing attraction, which is about a mile down the road. It's reported that the attraction initially because they keep growing, cost $40 million to get started. And here's the thing, these guys are not done because every year they're adding more and more stuff. The park has many different facets and can appeal to a wide range of interests, age groups, and budgets because there are different ways to experience this place. You can purchase a pass for a day or a year, or you can just get one single pass for the mountain coaster ride. Now, if you did end up getting a pass for the day, your pass is part of the general admission and it'll include a variety of different things. One being a chairlift ride to the top with their growing list of things to do up there. Or you can, like I said, stay on the ground and not bother because if all you want to do is the mountain coaster, go for it. You don't have to pay for general admission to use it. So let's first cover some basics about the park, including costs of general admission, what it includes, and things that you might want to add to your experience. You can actually purchase your tickets online or in person, though I highly suggest online as lines can actually get pretty long at the ticket booth during their peak seasons. You can purchase a general admission ticket with a ticketed day, and it will include the scenic chairlift ride, 2 rides on the WagonWheeler Swing Tower, access to the attraction's play areas, and stunning views of the surrounding areas from their multi-tiered wooden observation deck and play area. The place is pretty handicapped accessible and easy to walk. Many guests come just to enjoy the stunning views of the mountains in the distance, and if you catch them on the right sunset, it's quite amazing. For an additional cost, you can also add a hayride to your experience. This tractor-pulled ride takes guests up and around the park where they will hand feed a variety of different animals, from friendly goats to longhorns. There are many other animals that the park has that families and guests can get an up-close encounter with, and you won't need to be on the hayride to see many of these farmland critters. There are 2 ways to get to the top of their attraction. The most popular is the chairlift, which is also called the Horizon SkyRide. If you've ever been on a chairlift ride, such as Anakista or Skylift Park, you might be familiar with the advantages and disadvantages of these systems. From your seat, you get a sweeping view of the Sevierville area and the mountains in the distance, a truly breathtaking sight on a clear day. The chairlift system is a continuously moving operation. Guests will be directed to stand and wait for the next chair to slide up behind them. Once in a seat, the system will keep moving while you pull down the metal bar. There are no seat belts, and the metal bar doesn't lock in place, which might be unsettling for some people. From your open-air chair, you'll catch sweeping views of the downtown Sevierville area, rooftops shrinking below, and the forest slopes rising again. It's a little disconcerting when you realize how far off the ground you are as you actually glide past the tops of trees as your feet sway below you. In the distance, the Smoky Mountain ridges gradually open up around you. The ride averages about 9 minutes from the bottom to top, and it gives you plenty of time to soak in the panoramic scene, take in photos, and enjoy the floating above the world feeling. The ride doesn't very often stop. It usually is pretty continuous, but once in a while it might pause to help people with low mobility get onto the chairlift system from below or the top. And even though they call it a horizontal chairlift, don't be fooled into thinking that you're close to the ground. This ride system is quite high in places. I would say it exceeds even some of the heights of Anakista's chair system as you glide over a few places here where the earth just seems to open up below like a cavern. As I pointed out, the chairlift system does have its disadvantages, and probably one of them being the height. For those of you who have absolute fear of heights, this is not an easy ride for many people, and it would probably be something that might even ruin your experience. So there is that. Another issue with the chairlift system is that when you're up there, you're exposed to all the elements. In the winter, it's quite cold. If it starts raining, you get drenched. And obviously, if it's windy, it's quite chilly as well. And then there is the actual chairs themselves. They are kind of rickety feeling almost, and the bar doesn't lock into place. Now, there really is no real fear of these chairs breaking or anything like that. It just makes you feel like they're so fragile, you're just gonna fall right through and you have nothing to hold on to. And honestly, if you have a really young child, in theory, they could literally slide out through the back seating area. So this is one of those rides that if you have a fear of heights, you can come up with 1,000 imaginary ways in which this ride can malfunction and you'll end up on the ground. Splat, right? So there's a solution to this, because if you're like me and have an awesome imagination, you can take an alternative route to get to the top without all those, imaginary splats happening. So if you're one of those people, they actually do have a shuttle service. This bus is warm, and if it does start raining or if there's any changes in the weather, you can actually take it either from the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. It is available all day long, and it's a much more comfortable experience for people who might actually have bulky things like strollers or are in need of a little bit more assistance to be able to move around. Another thing that you get to see from the shuttle service that you don't get to see from the chairlift is the back end of the park, where some of the livestock are actually hanging out. This part of the park is usually only accessible if you pay for the hayride. So, once you are at the summit by a chair or bus, there are a variety of things in which you can do and see. And one of the first things you get to see right away are all the cute, cuddly, adorable little animals. Visitors are often impressed with the variety of friendly farm animals that the brings the ranch to life. They are greeted by adorable miniature animals like tiny horses, donkeys, pigs, and even miniature Highland cows that are always stealing the show with their shaggy coats and gentle personalities. But the real showstoppers are the longhorns, with their massive, long, wide horns that are just spread out in front of their faces. You do wonder how they don't topple down to the ground. But if you've never seen one in person, these are truly massive and impressive creatures, and quite amazing to see in person. So, once you've passed all the doughy-eyed, cute animals and you've entered the park, your eyes will be drawn to a multi-tiered viewing ramp known as the Legacy Lookout. It rises high off the ground, like really high. You don't realize it until you get to one of the ends how high it is. And it offers some amazing views. And until we actually went here the first time, I never knew what kind of views the Sevierville area had of the surrounding mountains. And this place really capitalizes on that. By actually utilizing the amazing landscape in a way that is creative, I'll tell you for sure. The developers made this multi-tiered ramp system. So as you walk in, you walk up a ramp and it'll start taking you around in a circular pattern until you reach one of the top levels. Now the ramp will extend out to the other side, and from there you can actually walk by and see the Mount Coaster as people are sliding around, which is kind of fun. And if you keep going past that, it levels out. There is an elevated platform of sorts, which is very unnerving because you can feel it moving and swaying a little bit. You're quite high off of the ground from that point of view. All around you, though, you will see wonderful views of their surrounding areas. I like that as you're walking up and around the ramp area, there are informative plaques that give visitors information about the Sevierville area, some of its history, and a few important figures in that history. There are even plaques to help learn about the names of mountain peaks that you might be able to see on a clear day from their tower. In the center of the main platform area sits a net-based play area where adventurous kids can climb, balance, and test their courage. And parents can sit there and grind their teeth and hope and pray that nothing happens to their children as they're bouncing around. But either parents or children are not that adventurous, there's actually another play area that kids can enjoy, and parents can feel a little bit more comfortable about their kids on. This playground is called the Buckaroo Playground, and it's designed for kids of a little bit younger age or kids who have a fear of heights like most sane adults do. There is a lot more in this area to do. One side of the park, you'll see a central stage that features live entertainment such as rope tricks, flamethrowers, lasso acts, and even Western-style shows that keep things quite lively. And of course, the food items are actually surprisingly good too. There is an indoor and outdoor cafe area. Both spaces offer different varieties of foods, and they can be very seasonal as well. Skyland Ranch Cafe and Bakery will satisfy your sweet tooth with ice creams, homemade candies, milkshakes, and seasonally decorated cupcakes, as well as a variety of coffee choices. This indoor food court also offers a choice of food items such as delicious sandwiches, soups, salads, and pizzas made from scratch. The outdoor grill, the Great American Cookout, has a menu of heartier dishes such as freshly grilled burgers, chicken sandwiches, and barbecued dishes, as well as hot dogs. Now, I would seriously consider not eating anything before you try and hop on Skyland Ranch's newest addition to the park, the WagonWheeler Swing Tower. This rotating swing ride soars 300 feet above the parkway, making it the tallest swinging tower in Tennessee. And you'll see Smoky Mountain views like you'll never quite seen before while you spin around high in the air and take in the scenery from your dizzying vantage point. Now, this attraction actually does come with your general admission ticket. You can ride it twice while you're there. Riders must be at least 48 inches tall, and each swing has a weight capacity of 530 pounds. Now, not everyone likes to be tossed around and thrown about like a rag doll, and some of you just like to enjoy the scenery or do a little shopping. The Williford Merchandise and General Store have a variety of different things that you can pick up to take home for your souvenir. They have a fun selection of unique items, including a boutique, Western wear, Christmas and home decor, and I've even seen purses there before, as well as a couple toys and stuffed animals. Now, not all the thrill-seeking attractions are at the top of the park. Right on the parkway is the park's main draw and biggest attraction, the Wild Stallion Mountain Coaster. The coaster is reported to be about 1.25 miles long, making it one of the longest mountain coasters in the Southeast. It's about an 8-minute ride, depending on how fast or slow you want to go. You have control because there is a lever which you have to keep pushing down in order to go faster, or lifting up if you want to slow down. So you can take it a little slower and soak in the sights, but then you're missing out on the big thrills of the drops and twists and turns. So it's up to you as the rider. This ride isn't included in standard admission and is a separately ticketed event. Its location also allows visitors to ride it even if they aren't visiting the main park, which is pretty convenient for anyone just chasing mountain coaster adrenaline rushes. Skyland Ranch also does a lot of seasonal things. I know I've said that a couple times, but now I'm going to delve into that a little bit more. They not only change up their menu to complement the season, but they also offer events, diners, and deck the halls to celebrate these events. One of the biggest transformations happens before Christmas. Skyland Ranch undergoes a complete transformation into a festive winter wonderland, and twinkling lights cover the mountaintop. Themed decorations appear everywhere, and the Festival of Lights event turns the ranch into a glowing holiday spectacle. The tower at the center of the observation deck becomes a shimmering blue waterfall of lights that cascade to the ground. All over the grounds, they have put up colorful characters and twinkling scenes of animals and other barnyard festive creations. Up behind the Williford Merchandise Shop, you'll also find a complete nativity with full-size figures that depict the scene of Jesus Christ's birth. And of course, no Christmas season would be complete without a visit from Santa. During the season, Santa Claus makes a big appearance, and children pass on their letters to Santa to read over. Hopefully, they're all being good little kids. The park also uses projection mapping on their barn walls to change things up. So from Christmas time, you might get a really cool candy house, and in Halloween, it becomes a little bit more spooky. This year, they added a new event, a spooky fun celebration they called the Moose and Booze Halloween Festival. Certain days in fall, families are invited to dress up and do a little trick-or-treating. The ranch is decorated in full Halloween style with cheerful skeletons skulking around every corner and dragging their chains of doom around with them. And not only the little ones are offered a way to keep things festive, they also make it interesting for adults, offering libations that help keep their spirits high. Get it? Spirits? Anyway, okay, Oliver, I thought it was funny. But there are also themed treats and family-friendly Halloween activities that balance the festive fun with a little seasonal mischief. The celebration doesn't stop there. Skyland Ranch also offers a host of different meals throughout the year. They now have Thanksgiving and Easter feasts. Families can enjoy the holiday-inspired menus and themed entertainment in this beautiful mountain setting. I think that the one thing that Skyland Ranch offers that really steps it up and is most impressive is their cast of entertainment. From live music to comedy acts, this place really seems to enjoy entertaining its guests. We've seen performers with fire, whips, and scary costumes making the park guests participate in hilarious yet very embarrassing games of musical chairs. If you enjoy acts like these, I would really consider looking at their website and checking the times and dates for different acts and entertainment venues. Our visit to Skyland Ranch showed us that this attraction delivers on many fronts. From panoramic mountain views, thrilling rides, adorable animals, live entertainment, and seasonal magic. Whether you're bringing little ones, teens, grandparents, or just yourself, there's something for everyone all year long. And if you're looking for attraction that combines relaxation, adventure, and genuine Smoky Mountain charm, Skyland Ranch in Sevierville will deliver. And best of all, they have free parking! Unlike all the other attractions like this one in Gatlinburg, Skyland Ranch doesn't charge for parking. And though they are a rising star in the entertainment venue in the area, Skyland Ranch is still pretty new. Most of the time there are shorter lines and less crowds than other places like this. And though during the holidays they still can pack the house, I would definitely consider getting your tickets ahead of time. They're nowhere near as atrocious the lines you're going to see at Dollywood and Anakista at the same time. I hope this video helps you plan your visit to the Smoky Mountains. You're getting an honest review from our personal experiences, but facts and things change, so please keep us in the loop if you learn anything new and want to share your experiences in the comments. Thanks again for visiting us at Bear Facts of the Smoky Mountains. Please click that like button and subscribe to our channel.